In this video, we're going to introduce the quotient rule, a rule for taking the derivative of one function divided by another. I'll say up front, the quotient rule is even uglier, in my opinion, than the product rule. And unlike the product rule, I can't even offer an informal argument like that area argument I made about why the quotient rule is true. It's just one of those things that we have to put up with. It's not the rule we would have liked, but it's the rule that's true. You can't get around it. As with the product, the derivative of a quotient is certainly not the quotient of the derivatives. So we're looking for a formula that will let us take a derivative that looks like this. The result is going to be a fraction. In the denominator of the fraction, there's going to be this function squared. So we're not taking any derivatives here, but there are going to be derivatives in the numerator. And this is going to look a little like the product rule. We're going to take the derivative of the numerator and multiply it by the denominator, which we'll leave alone. And we're going to take the derivative of the denominator and multiply it by the numerator, which we'll leave alone. And so far, this looks exactly like the product rule, but it's not. We have subtraction up here instead of addition. And of course, when you have subtraction, order matters. So it's very important to keep straight. The derivative of the denominator goes on the right, the derivative of the numerator on the left. Let us just do a quick example with this. Let's differentiate f of x equals x squared divided by x cubed plus 1. And as messy as this rule is, it is ultimately plug and play. We just plug the right things into the right place, and the answer will fall out. So we've got our numerator, we've got our denominator, we plug these in to this formula, starting with the derivative of the numerator, f prime. The 2 comes down. 2 minus 1 gives us a 1 here. We don't bother writing that. Times the denominator, which we leave alone. X cubed plus 1 minus, this time we leave the numerator alone, but take the derivative of this denominator. The 3 comes down. 3 minus 1 is 2. The derivative of 1 is 0. And now in the denominator, we don't take any derivatives. X cubed plus 1 remains x cubed plus 1, but we're going to square it. And now we probably should do some cleanup. I don't think we want to FOIL this. I think it's nice to have a polynomial that's factored. But let's see what we can do up here. 2x times x cubed is 2x to the 4th. 2x times 1, 2x. X squared minus 3 x to the 4th. The denominator we'll keep factored. 2x minus x to the 4th over that. And that's the quotient rule.